parce qu'il y avait... On va perdre.
Hi again. Today was such a lovely day. It gave me a boost of energy to continue working on the collection. I did mention that the next thing I was going to create was a bra. That's what I want to start tonight. I've always really loved lingerie and everything, and I always wanted to create a bra, but never really gave into it. I bought a pattern because I simply don't know how to create a bra. It's fairly simple. 2 pieces, this one for the cup and this one for the band, and I just want to start and see. Oh yeah, I really want to add this fringe at the bottom and maybe this clasp at the front or at the back. Silver fabric right here. I really like silvers. I think it can be mundane, but at the same time it can be really sparkly and fun. So that's why when I saw this fabric, I knew I needed some fringe. Saw this fringe at the store, immediately bought it, and this at another fabric store and bought it as well. So yeah, I'm gonna try and see what shape this pattern creates, and I'm gonna see how I wanna customize it and change it. I really like lower cups, and I want to create a little peekaboo moment under the boob. Yeah, so there's a few things that I need to make sure. I'm gonna do the first sample of the cup and see what comes out of it. Haven't really caught you up with oh shit, like caught you guys up with how the bra was going, the confection of the bra. Honestly, it took me about 2 days to make, which is kind of quick. I had so much fun making it. And this is her. This is the mundane spiral bra. I think the last footage that I got was me putting the fringe at the bottom. But since then, I finished the bra, obviously. I put wires in. I think putting wires in a bra makes the whole difference, in my humble opinion. I'm not the biggest fan of bralettes. I prefer wired bras. I really wanted to finish the bra before going to my cottage to take a few pictures in it, because I really love the couch at my cottage, and I thought it would be pair really well with this little bra. Ouais, je pense que c'est bien. I didn't really think too much about it. Took the pics, posted them the next day. So it kind of was a quick turnaround for pictures and posts. To my surprise, it was really well received. The photographer reached out to do an editorial with this bra, but maybe in a different color or whatever. So that made me happy. I feel like I've always known that I loved lingerie. It's not a secret to nobody. When I realized I really wanted to go into fashion business for school, my mom was 100% sure it was because I wanted to work in like lingerie business, which at the time I thought was really funny, because I know I've always been a big fan of lingerie and everything, but I never like thought it was that much of a trait of mine. I guess it was. I kind of love the performance aspect of lingerie, but also how intimate it is. As someone who creates pieces, I have like 2 big dreams I want to accomplish with my brand. First of all, I really want to dress artists for tours or for album covers, but mostly for tours. I feel like live concerts and just like what the woman who sing wears on stage, I don't know, to me it's something magical. To me it's something that I would love to do. Like lingerie is often used in performances, which I think is really pretty. It's something that I've always thought was really pretty. So when I made this, obviously it's not for an everyday wear. It's either very intimate and at home or extremely performative. So I thought that was really interesting and I really liked it. My personal favorite detail is the little under boob lace moment. But yeah, while creating this bra, this really inspired me creatively. I really like doing bras. I'm not yet ready to do underwear, if I'm being honest. But like I said, like it's something that you can wear. It's intimate but performative at the same time, which is something not a lot of pieces of clothing can do. It kind of is really inspiring to me. And after doing this one, like I created this little bra as well, wired bra with a white faux leather cup and a muted blue detail at the peekaboo. I think that's kind of a detail I really like to repeat, and asymmetrical beading on the straps. When I put them up together, I really like what was happening there. It kind of really inspired me. I'm really willing to create a lot more of those. And yeah, and I've been thinking, not that the project of doing a short film is less, well, yeah, it is less inspiring to me right now, but I know nobody's waiting for me to post the next scene, so I can really take my time with that idea and maybe let it die, maybe revisit it a bit later. But for now, I don't know, like making these brought me so much joy and I love looking at them. All this to say, I think I found real inspiration through making these, and I hope to do a lot more and maybe specialize myself into making these. But yeah. I'm starting my last week of school classes. I have 2 presentations and 1 regular class left. So on Friday, I'm completely done with school, which is kind of crazy. But the end of this semester and the end of my classes has been making me wonder what I'm gonna do after this whole school journey of mine comes to an end. I wouldn't be sad going into a full 9-to-5 job. Well, maybe I would. I don't know. That's it. I simply don't know what I want. Been wondering what is it that I want, because I want to pursue fashion, of course, but in what way? It hasn't been really working out like I've been wanting to for the past maybe 6 months or so. So I've been kind of confused in that aspect area. But in about 10 days, I'm waiting for my sister to come back from her trip, since we're doing this journey together. But she did try and do the artist way 3 times. She failed every single one of those times. Yeah, we're gonna be a group of 4 trying to make this 12-week journey of the artist way. I'm very excited. I want to get a copy of my own, maybe the pocket size, so I can bring it everywhere and annotate it. I know it's a spiritual path to a higher creativity, but I kind of wish it'll help me discover something about what it is that I actually want from my career, I guess, or what I spend my days doing. I'm not the biggest career person ever, but I really want to do something that I feel inspired by every single day. And I don't really know yet exactly what my North Star is. I have kind of inklings about what it could be, but I'm hoping that this journey is gonna help me discover that creative side of myself. I know it takes a lot of discipline, but I think it's gonna be worth it. I think what comes out of it might be simply worth it. So I'm very excited to start. I'm gonna go and pick out my book, and I have this notebook for the morning pages, but I've been reading the Q&As before starting this whole journey, so I can get an idea of what I'm going to have to deal with and do. But yeah, it's very interesting. So yeah, I've been reading the Q&A part of this book. Hopefully it gives me an idea what I'm going to do. It took me 5 stores to find this.